Hey guys, JSimLady here. Welcome back. Today I'm building this fun bar and restaurant in Sulani for the all-pack save file. Let's get into it. Okay, so we have this beach lot. It's the sandbar. I left the name the same because I thought that was a fun little name for a bar and restaurant. In my mind, I think of it as a bar and grill kind of place. But because where I live, we have a lot of those. One thing about small towns in Wisconsin is every corner will have a bar or a church. Every single corner in your little town will have a bar or a church. Basically, there's a lot of churches and bars in small town Wisconsin. I don't go to either, if that tells you anything about me. But they're all like bar and grill this bar and grill, that bar and grill. It's always like bar and grill. So it's stuck in my head that way. You know what I mean? So for some reason, I have it in my head that this is a bar and grill. But it's a restaurant, and this is for the all pack save file. I know I have not been working on that as much lately. I need to figure out a place and a system where I can show off all the different lots for you to download from the gallery that go with the save file. And I was using Patreon, but people have very strong feelings about Patreon. Very strong feelings about Patreon, and I'm just not in the mood to get on the wrong side of social media, so I stopped using Patreon, but it's really hard to put this stuff only on Discord because not everybody has easy access to Discord. And on my Patreon, because everything is free, I don't even require you to become a Patreon member. You can just download the stuff for free without ever signing into Patreon, as far as I'm aware, and download the stuff. But I don't know, people still even have strong feelings about that. And like I said, I don't want to get on the wrong side of social media. I, it, yeah, it just, it, it's not something I want to deal with in my life right now with everything else going on in my life. There's been a lot. There's been a lot lately, and just having a bunch of angry strangers who are just being angry for the sake of being angry is just not my idea of a fun time right now. So I don't know what to do. If you have a particular place that is easily accessible to you and you feel like is easily accessible to everyone, and you would like to see my builds and the map of where they go and everything there, let me know down in the comments. If that's Patreon and everyone is fine with Patreon, again, free, totally free. I do not charge for anything I put on Patreon at all. I do it for fun, and I want other people to have fun with it too. And it's not like I'm making custom content. If I were putting the time into making 3D models and converting them into game files that you could mod a game with, then I would maybe think about charging for the 3D models part of my custom content, because that takes a lot of work. Not that building lots in The Sims 4 doesn't take a lot of work, or Paralives, or any other Sims game or whatever they do, but they're fun. Not that doing custom content is not fun. Okay, I'm not gonna do this right. I'm gonna completely blow this explanation, but you know what I'm trying to say. I do, to some extent, think that custom content creators deserve some compensation in some way, shape, or form, whether that be donations or charging for early access of their items. I do feel like people do deserve some compensation for that because it is work. And it's fun work, but it's still work. And yeah, you get something out of providing that stuff for people. I get the enjoyment of knowing that I created something that someone else thought was cute or fun or cool to have in their game. And that brings me a lot of enjoyment. And so you do get enjoyment from creating, absolutely. But when you sink the amount of time that making animations or 3D models takes into a game, I do feel like you deserve some compensation in some way, shape, or form for that. Now, I'm not gonna like get into what that compensation should be. I'm not for or against people putting stuff on Patreon. I'm not for people necessarily locking their custom content behind a paywall permanently. But I don't know the solution to this problem, is what I'm saying. I'm not necessarily for or against anything specifically. I'm not versed enough in all of this stuff to really know what the best way to deal with it would be, other than I do feel like people deserve some kind of compensation for their time and effort. And as a YouTuber, eventually, if I get there, and this is my chance to say, don't forget to hit the like button. It really, really does help with the YouTube algorithm. You have no idea how much just hitting that like button helps with the YouTube algorithm. And maybe leaving a little comment, what you liked, what you didn't like about the build, what you noticed I missed or didn't do in a way that would be playable in the game, whatever. Criticism, as long as it's constructive and not mean, and not a lengthy complaint about how you don't like my builds, or praise. I mean, praise is always welcome. Come on, who doesn't love a little bit of praise here and there? That helps with the algorithm so much more than you will ever know, and I appreciate that so much more than you will ever know. So yeah, and then if you really enjoy my builds and stuff, don't forget to subscribe so you can see more of them, and then turn on your notifications. Anyways, back to what I was saying before. I have the potential in the future, if I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I would really love to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. I think I can do it. It's less than 200 at this point. Not a lot less than 200, but it's less than 200 at this point. I think I can maybe pull it off. If you could kindly help me out with that, I would so very much appreciate it. But I do have the potential. I had the potential previously of, I was part of the EA Creator Network, and I got some of the packs, not a lot, not all, but some of the packs for free, which is compensation for my work, essentially. I left the EA Creator Network because I was highly disappointed that we are teased here and there throughout this entire franchise with a little bit of disability inclusion, and then that's it. Just little tiny teases. I mean, The Sims 1 had nothing. The Sims 2 hinted at the potential for something. The Sims 3 had canes, and if I remember correctly, they were only usable by elder Sims. And now the Sims 3 has like vitiligo, skin details. It has hearing aids and like Dexcom slash Omnipod type things, and that's it. And they have not bothered to include anything else at all. So to say that I've been disappointed is, I know these things take a long, long time to implement, but come on, you've had 26 years. You should have been able to come up with something by now. Yeah, it's just been disappointing. And with the potential buyout happening, yes, to some extent, the people who are behind the buyout, they are very anti-disability. And I don't think that the company is going to really prioritize that in the future if they do, if the buyout does go through. And even if the buyout doesn't go through, it's been 26 years. And the company EA themselves have never prioritized it, not once. We did get a survey last year, I think it was, that did talk a little bit about disability inclusion stuff. And now there are leaks and rumors that The Sims 4 is coming to an end, so they'll never be implemented. So it's highly disappointing, and I just want to feel included. I'm a person, and I want people to see me as a person, and I want this stuff to be normalized in media and games and stuff. So it was very highly disappointing to get to that point and realize that it may not ever happen. And so I left the EA Creator Network. I'm not angry at the devs. I think they do great work. I just don't think the company cares. I don't think EA themselves care enough about their players, honestly. And I don't think that's gonna change, especially for the disability community. But anyways, that being said, Paralives is not shaping up to be a great inclusive game either. Their town is built into a mountain, and they did not automatically from the start include ramps for their stairs or anything. So I'm very disappointed in that as well. Your paras have to go all the way around the edge of town if they want to get up to the top of the town and like the town center and stuff with a mobility aid if they implement the use of mobility aids regularly. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very disappointed in all of these life sim games. The blatant lack of representation for disability is just highly disappointing. But I had that opportunity for a while to be compensated for my work. And like I was saying earlier, being a YouTuber, if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I have the opportunity to be compensated for my video efforts here on YouTube. And custom content creators don't have that unless they start also making YouTube videos about their content and playing with it in the game and stuff. And I just don't think like that, then they have to do double the work for half the compensation. I don't know the right way to go about this. I'm not smart enough to know all the ins and outs of this kind of stuff, but I do feel like they deserve something. I just don't know how or what that should look like. But yeah, so strong opinions about Patreon out there, and I just don't want to get on the wrong side of the life sim community. I'm trying to make friends, not enemies. But yeah, we're almost done with the speedboat part. I have been rambling on about nonsense for far too many minutes now. I did not record the bathrooms, and there were a few things you'll see in the walkthrough in a minute that I added in later while I was working on the bathrooms. But I didn't record the bathrooms because they're bathrooms. They're basic, nondescript bathrooms, honestly, and they're non-gendered, so you don't have to worry about sending your sim to the right bathroom. I just always include two bathrooms, one because otherwise sims will be peeing themselves all over the place, and number two because I can't help it. I'm obsessed with symmetry. I try not to be, but I am. So let's get into the walkthrough. All right, so we've got lots of seating here with some coverage for a little bit of sun protection at certain times of the day, mostly at like high noon. But the rest of the time, you really don't need it anyways, and it's not gonna protect you a lot from the rain, but it's at least a little something, right? Then you have the bar here. This is the host or hostess station. This is where your Sims will go to get seats. But you also have the bar here where your Sims can order drinks and then come over here and sit if they're just wanting to drink. I think they can sit here and order from the bar as well. I think it's close enough, but I'm not 100% sure. And yes, these festive palm trees are technically Christmas, like winter holiday, whatever festive palm trees from the SpongeBob event, but I thought they were perfect, so I included them. You do have the two chef stations over here, and then this seating here. And then in the back of the lot here, you've got the necessary dumpster for a restaurant and the entrance to the kitchen and the two bathrooms. So let's go inside and look at that, shall we? Basic, nondescript bathrooms. There are two of them non-gendered, so you don't have to worry about that. But there are two of them to keep things symmetrical. I know I'm bad. I'm sorry. I can't help it. The outside is asymmetrical, though, right? It's kind of fun. Sometimes I can't help myself. And then you have the actual kitchen, a fully stocked, what do you say? Like a fully functional kitchen, two dishwashers, two sinks, one for the bar, one for the kitchen. You've got the bar area, the two chef stations, a bar seating area, plenty of fridge and storage space. My suggestion would be is to lock this for employees only, otherwise your Sims and the townies will try to go in there and take from the fridge and stuff, and that might be a little bit weird. It is big, but I needed space for two bathrooms, so the kitchen is a little bit wider than it needs to be. But it still turned out good, I think, and it's still usable in that state. It just might not look as full and busy inside as it will outside. So, yeah. Anyways, there you have it. There is the Sulani sandbar. I kept the name because it's cute. I like it. And it's now a bar and restaurant here at the Sulani beach for my all pack save file. So hopefully you enjoy. Let me know down in the comments if you do. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.